So believe it or not, this is probably, I don't know, the sixth time I've tried to record this video. I've recorded, introductions, segments, information I thought that would be interesting to include, and then I got to the point where I was getting ready to edit it and put it into a video, and none of it really seemed to fit with what I was trying to make this channel or make this segment of videos. So I'm starting all over, and kind of ironic or fitting, I guess, because the series I want this video to follow, or the section or this point in my life I want it to kind of represent, is me transitioning hopefully from being a paramedic into med school. So what I want to cover, or what I'm hoping to cover with this series, is going to be, skills, the process of, applying to med school, and that's really why I'm hoping this YouTube video or recording myself is going to be a good setting to kind of work on my communication skills. It's one of the things I find I have a really tough time with is, kind of translating a thought or an idea into a coherent sentence. So I kind of figured put myself on the spot recording videos, whether it be about, healthcare or paramedic stuff, which I'm doing right now, study sessions, or what I'm doing to prep myself for interviews and med school applications, or even, maybe some fitness related things. It's going to really help A, keep me on track, and B, help me develop those skills of, getting what's in my brain out of my mouth in a way that makes sense to viewers, hopefully. A couple other things I think during this, next 6 to 8 months, I'm hoping, is I really want to focus on, some fitness things. I've been, in and out of, gym routines and stuff for the past 10 years. I kind of go through ebbs and flows with, being consistent. So I really hope that this next 8 months I can really lock down. I wouldn't mind trying to, cut back some weight and get into better shape. It's been a goal I've had for a while, and I can always finally get to like the cusp or near where I want to be, and I never actually really attain the physique I'm going after. So that would be another kind of nice side effect of, documenting this process. And then lastly, like I said, I work as a paramedic right now. I've done it for over 10 years. Everyone always asks, like, what's your craziest story, or, what's the worst thing you've seen? Those are kind of like the stereotypical things that people ask. I don't think this channel would be the right place for that kind of discussion, but, there might be more interesting themes that we can discuss about healthcare in general, and how I think my current role or what I've done will translate into my med school applications. If something interesting does happen on my way to school or on my way to work, or if I have an interesting day at work and I'm driving home and I think about it, I might snap a video and share it with you guys. The unfortunate thing with not unfortunate, the fortunate thing is, I guess, depending on which way you look at it, is healthcare is heavily regulated in what information we can share. It's pretty easy to get in hot water by, oversharing information, or sharing information that can, identify individuals involved in healthcare. So I have to be pretty careful with how I discuss those topics. As far as content shot at work, that's not something we're likely going to see. My employer is pretty strict about social media and having any of their names or cresting involved in a publicly released form. So I wouldn't expect too much on that front on this channel. If that does change, then you would be the second to know. So yeah, this is basically gonna be video number 1. I'm gonna add a few more clips. I'm thinking probably after I get through this drive. I'm just on my way to the gym right now. I'm gonna pick up a couple things, but I want to go through kind of like where I am right now with body composition, weight, what I'm looking to aim to, and then I might do a quick snap of where my med school application stuff is right now and where it needs to get in the next month or so. Okay, so I did kind of want to quickly mention get out of this parking lot real quick. What my fitness routine, I guess, looks like, because that's really been something that I find pretty easy to kind of stick to, and I'm hoping that I can kind of translate that amount of consistency to some of these videos I'm doing. So I'm thinking if I can kind of at least routinely record something about what I'm doing for workouts, it'll force me to also discuss these other things I want to bring up in this channel. And if I just kind of force myself to keep doing it that way, the routine and the habit will just kind of form itself, and then hopefully that can extend into other parts of these videos or topics that I want to talk about as well. So I just finished switching off a routine. It was I don't want to say push-pull arms, legs. It was more of like chest, shoulders, back, arms, and then legs. I did find that I wasn't hitting everything as frequent as I would like to. So I've been watching a couple of videos. The old routine I kind of used to follow was based off what Sam Sulik was doing. I'm trying to go more around maybe the routine I follow, or I'm looking at doing right now, is something that was suggested by a video that Jeff Nippard put out. And it's essentially going to be a push day, a pull day, a leg day, and then an upper body day, and then a lower body day. And what I've found, because I've been doing it now for about 2 or 3 weeks, is that I'm getting to hit muscle groups more frequently, which is obviously a good thing. What I'm having to do, though, is on my upper body, lower body day, is instead of it being a very intensive day, it's more of a I don't know, you want to call it like a time under tension sort of workout, where the weights might not be extremely heavy, but it's more of a controlled, functional, I don't want to say functional, it's not the right word, controlled lifts with moderate weight, focusing on like squeezing muscle groups, really isolating certain areas. So what I found is on my push-pull legs, I'm doing a lot more compound movements. So, bench press, rows, lat pull downs. Legs are obviously going to involve squats, hack squats, those types of exercises. Whereas my upper body, lower body day, I'm focusing more on, press machine, chest flies, back flies, isolating things like hamstrings and glutes and stuff like that on the leg workouts. And I feel like it's been pretty good. I haven't had any injuries. It's been, decently activating muscle groups where I think I feel sore enough that I know I'm doing an exercise or doing something effectively, and not so sore where I can't do the workout the next time. So that's what I'm going to be following. Rest days are kind of like as needed. I do find like between night shift work, which is what we're going into right now, is night shift. So I have a pretty easy time getting my exercises in during the daytime. There is a few weekend days where, the gym has some crummy hours, and then I obviously have to, be at work for 6 in the morning. So it doesn't always line up, which makes it kind of difficult. So those are usually the days where I'll pull a rest day and, maybe just do cardio or something like that. So outside of that, I'll, try to at least check in with every time we do a workout or we miss a workout or we're substituting it with something else. I'll follow in with the channel. So it's going to kind of keep me accountable, and it keeps me So today's exercise is going to be push day. So it's going to entail chest, triceps, and what I've been following as far as muscle groups or exercises, I should say, is I'll usually do flat bench press, incline bench machine, and then I usually follow it with, I don't really know what the best name for the actual exercise is, but it's like the chest curl, I call it. So basically you take dumbbells and you kind of curl the upper chest, and it's really to focus on like that upper shelf kind of muscle group of the chest. What else? Chest flies, I'll usually do that on cable or like a pec deck machine, depending on what's open. This is the time of day now where the gym's gonna start getting busy. So we'll see, where everyone's at as far as their workouts. And then finish the day off with a couple tricep exercises. We'll finish, I usually don't do exercises like triceps in the middle of the chest workouts because I don't want it to detract from the chest exercises. But again, depending on, what machines are available, then we'll adjust accordingly. Maybe in the future, like depending again if I'm able to get into the gym at certain hours, like nighttime, I might try and record some gym session stuff, but right now and where I stand with my level of comfort and recording, it probably won't be for a while. I'm not exactly like the picture of male physique or anything like that, so I don't think I have I don't know. It'd be like, I don't know how to explain it. It's gonna be like a mixture of my comfort, and then also I don't really know if I'm really at that level yet of I have the knowledge, I just don't really think I have, the experience in, doing social media and these types of videos, and then also bodybuilding to really give other people advice, or to be recording myself in the gym trying to give people advice on weightlifting. So, if things change and I'm happy with how things are going with my routine and I feel like I have something I can share with you, then I might record something. But as it stands right now, I have a hard enough time even, just talking to people in the gym, let alone having people wonder why the hell he's recording himself. So maybe in the future, not right now though. Okay, that's done for the day. Took only an hour, but I kind of cutting it close now for my night shift prep stuff. Usually I like to have a few hours to go home and rest before night shift. The first one's always kind of hard or weird because yesterday I worked a day shift, and now tonight I have to go into a night shift. So, I slept last night like I normally would after, a shift of work. So it's a little bit tricky to get the sleep today because I'm not really tired, but I know tonight's gonna, obviously be a full shift. So, not my favorite shift the first night, but we'll make do. So the other tricky thing with night shifts too, especially like today, because I've been up for most of the day, is meals, right? So like when I'm up during the day, obviously I get hungry, so I have to try and hold off from eating throughout the day, because if I'm up all night, I'm also going to be hungry throughout the night. So I can't really eat 2 days worth of food in one shift, because that'll obviously go way over my calorie count for the shift, or for the day I should say. So the first day is like a little bit of fasting, plus, you know, trying to manage rest for the shift coming up. Anyways, so gym's done, that's good. Gonna go probably stop by the grocery store, pick up some ground beef or something to cook up for my meals for the next couple nights. And then head home and hopefully maybe get an hour of some downtime. I doubt I'll actually sleep, but sometimes it's just nice to get a little bit of rest. So workout today, kind of like I mentioned in my little pre-gym recording, we ended up doing flat bench press, incline press on the machine. Then we went over to those chest curls I was talking about. And what did we do after that? Some cable flies, more of like a declined direction, just to try and hit all angles on that chest group. And then we just finished it off with some tricep extensions and push downs on a straight bar. So all in all, good workout. And yeah, I think I'll probably just end this video off here, and then I want to make another recording specifically talking about my plans for my med school application, and what kind of discussions or, you know, things I'm focusing on over the next couple of weeks as I prepare to submit my application. And then I think after the application is sent in, I'll go more into kind of like interview prep stuff and discussions about that, or my thoughts on how I'm going to navigate that aspect of my application. And that's about it. So yeah, I mean, if this kind of mismatch of random content seems like it might be interesting to you, follow along, and if not, thanks for watching what you did, and I'll see some of you in the next video.